Back-to-back shootings in California, 18 dead, 11 injured, okay? That is the first of my three things that I want to point out to you tonight to pay attention to. The Monterey Park shooting, now one of the 30 deadliest mass shootings in modern U.S. history. I know, it seems like all of them are always on that list. I know, because we keep having shootings. There have been more than 600 in the last 3 years, okay? Almost 2 a day on average. Begs the question, what's going on? In the 2 recent California shootings, it was 2 elderly Asian men, targeting Asians mostly. New faces, but same problem. Events like these fuel the debate, right? Oh, we got to get rid of the guns. We should be up in arms. And yet, being up in arms is part of the problem. Gun ownership is up. Mass shootings are up. Correlation? Yes. Causation? Unclear. The hard question, is this just who we are? My answer, yes. What's yours? The United States is the only country in the world where there are more civilian guns than there are people. 120 guns for every 100 Americans. The U.S. ratio of 125.5 firearms per 100 residents is up from 88 per 100 in 2011. Far surpasses that of other countries. Take a look. Here, look at the list. Let them go. The U.S., Yemen, Serbia, Montenegro, those were war-torn Balkan states. Uruguay, huge crime rate. Canada, low. Cyprus, Finland, Lebanon, Iceland. Okay? Can we be better? Of course. When asked if they favored stricter gun laws, a majority of Americans say yeah. The number has come down in recent years, but a recent Gallup poll still shows 57% of you want stricter. 32% said they should remain the same. Only 10% say make it easier. The one thing that almost all of us agree on is background checks. 90% of us say background checks, universal, all transactions, good. But I say beware a single-factor solution, even universal background checks. Why? Would background checks have stopped these 2 shootings by the elderly Asian men? Probably not. The answer is often no, that background checks would make a difference. I'm not saying you shouldn't have them. So what is the way? Well, it's going to be complex, but we can find it. You know, deal with early warning of distress, unchecked illness. Keep in mind that mass shootings get all the light, especially school shootings, but you know what the real #1 gun death is in society, right? Suicide. You never really hear that. Why? We don't care as much. On my way to work, there was word of another husband shooting and killing his wife right here in nearby New Jersey. It always happens. We can push for different vetting for weapons. We can confront our culture of violence. We can do those things. We need to do each and all of them. But can we find the will to do any of them? As of yet, no. And until we do, prepare for more of the same. Now, speaking of more of the same, that takes me to number 2. How about the debt ceiling? What happened? Last Thursday, right? Crickets. No debate, no process. The media's quiet about it. Why? It's boring. Let Congress figure it out. They got us into this mess. Wait for the brinkmanship. Don't hold your breath. But Santos you hear about every 5 minutes. Why? Interesting. Does it matter as much? No, but it's clickbait. Another day, another lie. Right? His days as a drag queen dragged on longer than a one-off. So what? See the game. As long as we play to parties, you and your interests will get played. Brings me to number 3. My favorite, actually. Governor DeSantis just pitched a great idea. I don't even know if he knows how great an idea it is. Constitutional convention. Now, he wants a constitutional convention to enforce term limits in Congress. Love it. He's more right than he knows. Free agents, a constitutional convention would be the answer to your woes. Florida governor wants it for Article 5. To enact congressional term limits. Make them have to have a term limit. Love it. You know, they could do it themselves, but obviously they won't. Why? Power. So I say, why just do term limits? Review all 3 branches of power. Change the Supreme Court justice determinations. It shouldn't be a lifetime appointment. We all know that. They must state their politics when we vet them. We all know that. What do we mean by free speech? Separation of church and state. Can we clarify that? The right to privacy. Privacy and control over your own body. When does life begin? What does the Second Amendment really mean to us today? All of those questions could be considered and so many more. I wonder if the governor from Florida would still want it then. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.